reactions to the public nudity ordinance debate, changes to parking spaces on campus, and new construction updates.
Plus, weather with Neall Denman, sports with Olivia Landis, and entertainment with Gabe and Pocrass.
Good evening and thanks for tuning in to CTV. I'm Grace Reeder.
And I'm Nicole Heins, filling in for Carson Bush-Jost tonight.
The city of Fort Collins is considering a change in the city's public nudity laws. Fort Collins is taking input from residents in regards to the ordinance. The change would allow for women to go topless in public. According to the city of Fort Collins website, citizens have two potential options. The first option, quote, maintains the current policy that does not allow for women to be topless in public, but adds an exception for breastfeeding mothers, unquote. The other option would be a change in the law that, quote, allows for women to go topless in public, unquote. On October 20th, City Council will sit down to discuss this potential ordinance change. We asked some students on CSU what they thought.
I don't really think that it would affect a whole lot. Like, even if they change the ordinance and make it legal for women to go topless, I don't think that a whole lot of women are going to take advantage of that. So I feel like it wouldn't really affect a whole lot of things, and so I don't really care one way or the other what they're going to do.
I think it's interesting that they're trying to pass this because we're a very large college campus, and I'm kind of interested how it would work with that legislature being implemented on campus. So if there's a bunch of topless people on campus, that'd be kind of alarming, especially for touring high school students.
To give your input on the potential ordinance change, visit fcdov.com/nudity ordinance. The poll closes on October 12th.
Finding a parking spot on campus can be a daily struggle, but if your frequent spot is in the library, you'll have a few more spaces now. You may have noticed red signs in the library parking lot declaring parking changes. Colorado State University has designated more spots for pay-to-park parking in the library lot and has taken away a row of A-lot parking. Parking and Transportation Services has listed their enforcement status on their website as full, so be sure to read parking signs to avoid a costly ticket.
Facilities Management has announced a new underpass set to be constructed at the intersection of Drake and Center Avenue. The biker and pedestrian underpass will be built just south of campus. The plans to start the project in November and have it completed in July 2016. The intersection is a busy spot for walking and biking students trying to cross the street onto campus. In an interview with the Collegian, Assistant Director of Facilities Management Fred Haberich was quoted saying, "This has been something we've been talking about for at least 5 years."
Students from Colorado State's Leadership, Entrepreneurship, and Arts Advocacy for the Public program, also known as LEAP, is coordinating this week's Nerdy Derby at the NOCO Mini Maker Fair. The Nerdy Derby is similar to the Boy Scouts Pinewood Derby, where you're asked to make a car out of material and race and compete against others. Last year was the inaugural event, and this year the Nerdy Derby has all of the new state-of-the-art track built by CSU engineer students. The Derby is one of many exhibits happening this weekend at the Rocky Mountain Center for Innovation and Technology in Loveland. NOCO Mini Maker Fair exhibits a variety of creative science, technology, and art that's intended for all ages.
The event itself is definitely geared towards families and artists. So we really wanted to reach people definitely on campus, but also a little bit wider, families with elementary aged kids, and because that's really what our event in particular at the NOCO Mini Maker Fair is geared towards.
There are hundreds of CSU students on campus who have also served in our military, putting their lives at risk for the protection of our country. The CSU Veterans Organization is here for those veterans who may be having difficulties transitioning into being a student. Individuals have the opportunity to meet other veterans and those connected with military and CSU. The group encourages all veterans to join and engage in fun activities and community service events. SVO serves as a welcoming body of like-minded people whose personal and academic success are a top priority.
There's a lot of people at CSU that are advocates for veterans. But up until recently, there's been a serious lack of veteran students advocating for themselves, and we're hoping to provide that. So an outlet so that veteran students can get their voice out there. Because students do have the most powerful voice on this campus.
To contact the SVO, you can email them at svacsu@gmail.com.
NBC weather anchor Al Roker is coming to CSU on Saturday, October 10th. Roker will be speaking at Griffin Hall at the CSU Center of the Arts Building as part of the author series sponsored by Poudre River Friends of the Library. He will be discussing his new book, The Storm of the Century, which chronicles the events of the Great Gulf Hurricane of 1900s. A book signing will follow Roker's presentation. Tickets are required for the event and can be purchased at Old Firehouse Books or online at their website. Tickets are $17.
The CSU Meat Lab has changed their name to Ram Country Meats. If you didn't know, you can purchase fresh cuts of meat right here on the CSU campus. Ram Country Meats is located in the Animal Sciences Building and is open on Thursdays and Fridays from noon to 6. Students who work there have the chance for hands-on experience in the retail meat industry. Students learn how to process and identify cuts of meat in a safe manner for customers. In addition to the updated name, Ram Country Meats has updated their website for a more user-friendly experience. If you'd like to buy some of their products, you can order some online. Items include ground beef and pork sausage.
Mark your calendars. The Foothills Mall finally has an opening date, November 13th. According to a press release from Alberta Development Partners, the mall will have opening festivities the Friday it opens at 6 p.m. Opening celebrations include a Christmas tree lighting, pictures with Santa, local music performances, and lots more. In addition to new shops and restaurants, the Foothill Malls will also feature a new Cinemark theater.
Up next, we have weather with Neall Denman.
Stay tuned.
Test scores, GPAs, credits complete. They say what you've done, but they're only part of who you will become. With each new experience, discovery, and triumph, you become who you were always meant to be. And what you'll remember most is your state of curiosity, state of unity, state of awe.
Morning, Gary. We are GetSchooled.com. You want a college education, don't you?
You know you do.
That's why we're here. We're free and here to guide you through every step of the way, starting with attendance. Gary, financial aid forms. Picking a college, man. You and us go together like tacos and Tuesday.
And I love tacos. Go to GetSchooled.com.
Hey there, Rams. Welcome back from the break. I'm Neall Denman, filling in for Sierra Symes for weather tonight. Currently, it is 58 degrees outside, mostly cloudy. The clouds have rolled in. And for tonight's lows, we'll have a 43 in Sterling and Burlington. It's going to be 47 in Lamar, and along the I-25 corridor, we've got 47 in Denver and Pueblo. In Colorado Springs, it'll be just around 42, but here in Fort Collins, it'll be around 43 tonight. 30s, and along the western slope, we have 30s in Craig, Vail, Gunnison, and Telluride. And let's see. So, planning for tomorrow. Let's throw on a warm jacket. It's going to be a little chilly in the morning, just around 50 degrees. By noon, it'll warm up a little bit, around 61. By the evening, by 4 p.m., it'll be 72. So, just a light jacket, maybe a sweatshirt in the morning to get your day started. For tomorrow's highs, it'll be 71 in Sterling, 77 in Burlington, 72 in Lamar. Here in Fort Collins, it'll be 72. Denver as well, and Colorado Springs, it'll be 71. A warm 79 in Pueblo. Along the western slope, it'll be 70 in Craig, 63 in Vail, 65 in Gunnison, and 62 in Telluride. Looking at your 7-day forecast, finishing off the week, mostly cloudy, turning into partly cloudy, and finally those clouds we've been seeing for the past week are going to part away for some sunny skies. A high of 81 on Saturday and Sunday, but if you're going out for the evening over the weekend, don't be fooled because come evening, those low 80s are going to reach into the 40s for the low. Starting your Monday off a little cooler, but we will reach 77 on Tuesday and Wednesday dropping back down into the low 70s. Very excited about those sunny skies over the weekend because we've got a lot happening in Ram sports. The women's volleyball team will be playing against the Air Force Academy at Saturday at noon in Moby Arena. And at 5 o'clock, our CSU Rams will be hosting the Boise State Broncos at the Hughes Stadium at 5 p.m. We'll take a look at the forecast for that in just a moment. So for football, it'll be 5 p.m. kickoff. It'll be 81 degrees, partly cloudy. But don't be fooled, because by the fourth quarter, it'll be nice and chilly. So once the sun goes down, it'll be chilly. So make sure you have a warm jacket to stay warm during the game. Well, that's all the weather I have for you, Rams. Stay tuned, because next we'll have more with Ram Sports with Olivia Landis after the break.
Me and my boy Matt had it good. He had catnip that was off the hook. But one day, he brings a girl home, and she's allergic to cats. Every sneeze was a nail in my coffin. Now I'm in a shelter. It's decent, but they don't even have Wi-Fi.
Oh, look, a redhead. Staring contest. You still got it. I know.
Come alive with the forest.
The dad was cute.
You were looking right at us. Visit discovertheforest.org to find a forest near you.
Welcome back from the break, Rams. I'm Olivia Landis with your latest CSU Sports. As the 2015 Mountain West Cross Country Championships approach the season, the conference released a mid-season coaches poll just today. The Colorado State men's team was ranked second, as the women's team was selected as third. The CSU men's team has the highest national ranking of any Mountain West team, coming in ranked as 23rd. However, New Mexico is ranked in first above CSU. Bring out the pink, because this Saturday at 5 p.m. at Hughes Stadium, the Colorado State men's team will be taking on the Boise State Broncos. Under the guidance of first-year coach Mike Bobo, the Rams seek out their third win of the season. So support the team by either getting a ticket online or going to the McGraw ticket office on campus, and students get in for free. Speaking of tickets, if you're not at the game already, which of course you're not because you're watching your favorite CTV show, Go support the CSU women's volleyball team, because they're taking on New Mexico at 7 p.m. Current NBA coach Becky Hammon paid Colorado State a visit last month to talk about her accomplishments, her hardships, and her experience thus far in the NBA. I was able to get a closer look at Becky's story and what she's all about.
I think it's important to dream big.
For some, the path to success comes very easily. But for Becky Hammon and her journey to becoming the first female coach in the NBA, it was anything but simple.
When Becky Hammon stepped foot into Moby Arena as a Colorado State Ram in 1995, she had no idea just how far the game of basketball would take her.
I mean, I didn't really know I would do the things here at Colorado State that we were able to accomplish. But you know, I talked to the girls earlier, and I just said how, you know, like, I already lived my dream. Playing professionally, that was my dream growing up. Playing in the Olympics, that was my dream growing up. So now this is just, it's like icing on the cake. I mean, it just keeps getting better.
Hammon was never handed her success. Hard work was a part of her everyday life.
It wasn't easy. There's multiple times, whether it be injuries or teams telling me no, or I wasn't good enough, or whatever, and you just have to have this resiliency about you that says, okay, that's your opinion, but I'm going to do this anyways, and I'm going to make it impossible for you to cut me, or I'm going to make it impossible for you to get rid of me, and you just have to have this mental toughness that you just can't be shook.
Those who know Hammon best are not shocked by her achievements thus far.
Am I surprised? No, because I mean, everyone has their path. And she talks about that, you know, be yourself, be your best you, and she's being her best her, and that should be what all of us do, is to be our best selves, and you never know how far it's gonna take you, you know. I mean, to be able to touch as many lives as you can, the way you're supposed to.
Hammon's hard work has led her to the ultimate accomplishment, being the first female assistant coach in the NBA.
Even now, going into this, something that's never been done, will I fail? Will I be successful? And I think it goes back to the voices in your head. You can do this, and you've been prepared. You've been preparing your whole life for this moment, and now you just got to go out and put in the work and be you.
CTV Sports, Olivia Landis.
Any CC student or fan can check out more information on Becky Hammon upstairs in Moby Arena in the Athletic Hall of Fame. Well, that's all I have for sports, but don't go away because entertainment anchor Gabe Pocrass is coming up next. Stay tuned.
Don't worry, 74 people were picked before me in the NFL draft.
To fight childhood obesity, United Way and the NFL are helping kids play at least 60 minutes a day.
Okay, time for the team obstacle course. Yay!
What this place needs is more healthy kids. To get involved or donate, go to unitedway.org/play60.
Now I get it.
Sure, I look cute now, but when my owner lost his job, it was rough. I was living on the street, and one night, me and this Cocker Spaniel got into it so bad, I wound up looking like an ice cream cone. I cried a little bit, but thankfully I got rescued, so I'm running, I'm jumping, all back to my old self, and I'm ready to give unconditional love, even if you put a lampshade on my head.
Hello, fellow Rams. I'm entertainment reporter Gabe Pocrass, and I'll be giving you the inside scoop on everything in the entertainment world. So let's get started. All right, so Disney announced some major movie news earlier today. They have released the schedule for their upcoming Marvel movies. The sequel to Ant-Man, titled Ant-Man and the Wasp, has been given a release date of July 6, 2018. Black Panther has been moved up to February 16, 2018, and Captain Marvel coming out on March 8, 2019. Marvel has also announced 3 untitled films scheduled to be released in 2020. I'm guessing one of those films will be Spider-Man, because clearly we don't have enough of those. I'm really hoping for a Guardians of the Galaxy sequel because that movie was awesome and it had a raccoon with a gun. What more can you say? So let's move on. All the superhero movies will be amazing, but the superhero movie I'm really looking forward to is The Incredibles 2. In addition to the Marvel announcement, Disney has also announced the release dates for upcoming Pixar films. The Incredibles 2 is set to be released June 21st of 2019. Disney also announced the release dates for Finding Dory, Toy Story 4, which I'm kind of shaky about, and Cars 3. There's going to be a lot of sequels coming on. All right, more movie news. The final trailer for The Hunger Games is finally out. Let's take a look. Now that looked pretty awesome, and I will say those guys without the eyes, they did look pretty hungry. All right, I like that one. Okay, Lady Gaga has also made her debut for American Horror Story last night, and it was pretty bloody. On this season of Horror Story, Gaga plays the Countess, owner of the Hotel Cortez. If I learned anything from last night's premiere, it would be to definitely not check into the Hotel Cortez because you may not be checking out. Now, if you thought the Horror Story premiere was bloody, wait until Sunday. The Walking Dead Season 6 premieres Sunday night on AMC. Fans have been eagerly anticipating the new season after the epic Season 5 finale. The Ricktatorship, as a lot of people have been calling it, is in full swing, and if you're not caught up, you gotta get caught up. The Walking Dead Season 6 is available on, or Season 5, excuse me, is available on Netflix for your binge-watching pleasures. All right, well that is all the time we have for you tonight. Thank you for watching CTV. Make sure to tune in to CTV Sports on Monday at 7 and CTV News Tuesday through Thursdays at 7 p.m. That's all the time we have for you. Have a great weekend, Rams. See you next time.